Gary Mehigan reporting from Trident Hotel, High Tech City. I've got some big news for you today. I'm cooking with Conosh, doing a great event at the Trident for 150 tonight. We did masterclasses and it's been amazing and I love your city. What did we cook for our masterclass? So I did a tortellini with a Parmesan foam with some wild mushrooms and a amaretti burnt butter sauce. And I did a dessert which is like an accumulation of flavors. It's flavors of bitter chocolate with mango, because they're in season, and a chocolate crumb, a chocolate tuile biscuit. So a little bit of fun. And then, of course, Saranj is cooking his famous butter chicken, and I've got like a little glowing lips from eating a bowl full of that. Yeah, so yeah. What was he cooking? Ras malai tres leche, I think, for dessert. Yeah, I was thinking, where's mine? Where's mine? The dishes that I've done, I make it look easy. It's going to be a little challenging, but what I try and do in each class is give people confidence to have a go at least one or two elements of the dish. They don't have to do everything. Like even if they just make the pasta. So before I made the tortellini, which is a folded, filled pasta, I can say you can just cut it into, spaghetti, fettuccine, pappardelle, and then just put olive oil and cheese on it. So I try and make it incremental so they can take the recipes and then have a go and then not feel like they failed if they don't get it right. Because that's the key. Because if you don't enjoy being in the kitchen, then you're never going back, right? But then I also enjoy, I was here last week in Hyderabad filming for Nat Geo for mega festivals. So I did Feast and Fast for Eid, covering all of Eid. So I ate a lot of food, a lot of halim, a lot of sevian, a lot of, all these beautiful dishes, biryani. Oh my goodness. From Hyderabad? Yeah. Look, favourite dish can be anything. Honestly, it's the mood I'm in, the day of the week, whether the sun's shining or like last night we had torrential rain. We went out for biryani last night at Biryani Wala & Co. And it was great. We had kebabs and all sorts of different biryanis. But actually one of the nicest biryanis I had here was cooked by Chef Shanika, which is at Fusion 9 here in Hyderabad. And he showed me how to make and I'll get it wrong, is it Sufyani biryani? It's a white biryani. Am I pronouncing it right? What's the white? Yes, it is. So there we go. I'm just checking because I often get it wrong. But what I loved about it was unexpected for me. Like I've eaten all sorts of biryanis, but never had a white biryani, and it was just so fragrant, so subtle, and so that's kind of my new go-to biryani. It's beautiful. Gulab jamun. Oh my goodness. It's very low sugar gulab jamun, isn't it? Good for diabetics. Not really. Look, for example, gulab jamun I love. So I find a lot of the desserts in India very, very sweet. So for example, son papri and malpur and gulab jamun, jalebi, all these kind of things I find very sweet. So I'm a savory palate rather than a sweet. So I love them, but just little tiny bits. Started in lockdown. Conosh actually approached me during lockdown and said, can you do a couple of online classes, which I did. So during both of our terrible lockdowns, both in Australia and India, we had, I think, nearly 1,000 people on each class. And so when they said, now everything's open back up, do you want to come over and do some live demos and dinners? I said, yeah, let's do it. I'm 56 years old. I've got a 35-year-old career now. Look, the highlights, I suppose, of my career were training in London and learning the ropes. I worked for 6 or 7 years in two one Michelin-star restaurants, Connell and the Souffle at the Intercontinental Hyde Park. Went to Australia. I ran my own restaurants for 20 years. Worked in some of the best restaurants in Melbourne. Early in the 90s. And then I suppose the next big thing was MasterChef. Unexpected, delicious. Full of love and friendship, and still good friends with Matt and George. Still stay in touch with so many of the contestants and call them friends and colleagues rather than anything else. So yeah, and then now I think I'm enjoying a different part of my life where I've sold my restaurants slowly over the last few years. Kind of eased my way into a different part of my life, and I'm enjoying lots of travel, lots of food. I've been backwards and forwards to India since September last year 8 times. For good stretches. Been to Kochi. I say Kerala, Kochi, Munnar, Thikadi, Kumarakonda, Aleppi. We went to Calcutta for Durga Puja. Went to Hornbill Festival up in, Kohima in Nagaland. Just covered Holi last month in Brajbhumi, around Mathura and Nandgaon. And here in Hyderabad and Delhi for Eid. And then I'm off to Tamil Nadu, to Madurai, to film Chitrai, which is another festival. So, and I've got another 4 or 5 visits coming up with Conosh. We've got our next event is a hands-on masterclass in Mumbai for 25 people. thereabouts, so it'll sell out fast. We've got another dinner in the Gary Mehigan, Indian stories with, Gary Mehigan and friends. And we've got some big events later on in the year. So it's going to be it's a busy one. And lots of, loving my Indian journey. I've been coming since 2010. And so when people say, have you eaten street food? Have you eaten desserts? I've gone, yeah, I'm getting pretty good. I think, where they should start is what they love to eat. That's the key, right? If you're a reluctant cook, for example, and you might be a little nervous about, trying lots of different recipes, then you just go straight to what you enjoy eating and learn that. So if it was biryani, for example, or if it was kebab, or if it was risotto, then, make risotto, and then make another one, and then make another one, until your confidence blooms. And I like the idea too of, when I have a dinner party in Australia, we bring food, so you would do the same here. You bring a plate of something. And I love the idea that my friends all have a different speciality. They all cook something in particular very, very well. And I always say that. I even say that to young chefs, aspiring chefs, is that the professional world is very diverse. It's very big, lots of choices. But find something that you can burrow into and really enjoy because you love cooking that. It could be pastry, and then specifically it could be croissant, for example. So yeah, find that little thing that makes you excited about stuff and do it. Could be just brewing beer, and then call me because I like beer. And we actually made Halim at Pistu House here the other day, and in 300 litre, vats. And then what is it? Chotu? What's the big hammer called? Does anybody know what it's called? Choti? No, what's it called? It's Gota. There you go. See, I knew it was something like that. Gota, yeah. So I had a go at smashing the Halim. It's a great dish. It's a beautiful dish, and so many different recipes. And I don't mean, subtleties. Where people go, oh, you ate it here. You need to eat it here. Different spices, different masalas. So yeah, I love Halim. Little squeeze of lemon, lots of fried onions, maybe some pistachios, something like that. Maybe some almonds. Not really. I spent 8 days in Nagaland, and they eat everything up there. Insects, red worms, carpenter worms, larvae, hornets. Yeah, I'll eat anything because I'm a chef. So out of curiosity, even if I think I might not like it, if you eat it, it must be delicious. If you eat something, it must be delicious. So I'll always try it. Hi, this is Gary Mehigan signing out from Telugu Now and HyBiz, and of course Conosh from Hyderabad. Have a great day. See you soon.